Okay. Um, Good day, everyone. Today I will be sharing to you a lecture on the guidance services. I hope you are doing fine in your online classes. Anyways, I would like to acknowledge the maker of this slides. I did not make this on my own. This is from Chile Christine C. D. Egorola, RGC. This is from SlideShare. So thank you, SlideShare, for this slides. Okay, so I'm going to share to you the different guidance services. So we have here individual inventory, information, counseling, assessment and appraisal, consultation, prevention and wellness, referral, follow-up, research, and evaluation. Okay. Um, okay, let's go first to individual inventory. So, individual inventory is also known as individual analysis. All information gathered about each student. So, when we first encounter the student, or maybe during freshmen, as they entered the school, we conduct this individual inventory. Okay, so this is stored in the cumulative folder. So cumulative folder is where data accumulated about each student are kept while the student is still in school. Okay, so when I started being a guidance counselor, I still encounter paper-based documents. But now, um, most of our individual inventory are online. So I experienced it having paper-based, and then what do you call that, application in our desktop, in our guidance center desktop, and then now we can have that online. So I also include that in your assignment, accomplishing your student individual inventory located in your web portal. You just log in your UNC web portal, and then go to my tools, and you will find there in my tools the student individual inventory. So try accomplishing the form or filling up the form. So what is the nature and purpose of individual inventory? Okay, so it systematically collects, evaluates, interprets data, identify the characteristics and potential of every client, make proper diagnosis, predicting progress, accurate placement, and program evaluation. So we gather this data about the student. Usually we do this during June, July, August, mostly. So we um we make call ups. We ask the freshmen to report to our offices, to the guidance center, to fill up the SII, and they can also do this online. And after that, we try to evaluate and interpret the data we gathered about the students. Okay, and these are helpful in other of our services, especially in counseling the students. Okay, so individual inventory enables client to develop a deeper, fuller self-awareness of the students. So as they fill up this form, as they do this, uh, they were able to know themselves better. They have deeper self-awareness, and this also create appropriate plans for improving the quality of his or her life. Okay, it's like um, the the client is having a self-evaluation when we have this student individual inventory. Um, Next, it enables the counselor to get to know the client, a certain appropriate avenues for client's purpose, determines best options for helping the client, and assist significant others in understanding the client and facilitate self-awareness, self-understanding, and decision making. So usually we use this upon if we have referrals about the client or when the client enters the office, a walk-in client. So what we did, we usually check first the individual inventory of the student so that before entering our offices, before entering the counselor's room, we already have a knowledge of the student. So if the person does not yet have an SII, so we send the student first to do her, to accomplish his or her SII. So this helps us to get to know the client, and this also helps us in doing the best options for the client, because in individual inventory we know about the family backgrounds, educational background of the students, also about the interest, um, and also other concerns of the student. Okay, so this helps us to understand better and to decide better on what to do with the client. Okay, so individual inventory gives the administration and faculty and the idea of the profile of the school population, appropriate strategies for responding to the needs, interests, and values. And the parents and guardians would have basis for understanding their children better, responding sensibly to their children. So every semester we try to gather the data of the students, and without the names of the student, we try to submit um, the results of the data that we gathered to the deans. For example, I'm in charge with the CBA, so every semester I send her a copy of the result of the SII. So, so the individual inventory form, or sometimes called personal information sheet or individual profile sheet. Okay, so this contains the personal information of the client, family background, and home environment. The name of the father, name of the parents, their employment, how many siblings do he or she has, and also about friends. It also contains habits, interests, goals, and values. It also contains personal strength of the client, personality traits and characteristics, problems, fears, and needs, educational data, schools attended, grades, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities. Also, the course taken, the health data, if there are past surgeries or um, medical history, okay, and test records. Okay, so this is an example of the student individual inventory. This is scanned from Decal E. Mendoza, 2003, from the Guidance and Counseling Today. Okay, so this is an example of SII. So you can see there the personal information, the family background, the educational background, where he or she attended elementary, high school, undergrad, or graduates, financial status, marital status of the parents, if they are living together, if they are separated, if the parents is a single parent. So we have that. we are that is included, and we also have the birth order of the client, diba? It's Adler's. We also understand the client through his or her birth order, and then number of siblings, okay, and also personal information about subjects, about choice, interest, about strengths and weaknesses. Okay, also about test taken. And then okay, we also have pictures, of course. Okay, the address, birthplace. Yan. So, so this is the example of student individual inventory. And this is also included the anecdotal report and anecdotal record of the student. So sometimes we, aside from the digital, from the, what do you call that? The online data that we have about the students, we also have the paper based. We are still keeping counseling record, counseling report of the students, and then anecdotal report and anecdotal record. Okay, so anecdotal record is a written record kept in a positive tone of a child's progress based on milestone particular to that child's social, emotional, physical, aesthetic, and cognitive development. Okay. Next, we also have there, can also have there the rating scales. You can also have checklist, autobiography. So we also have this so-called individual dialogue with the student. So you can also allow the student to write his or her autobiography, or you can also allow the student to make a self-expression essay, or maybe the daily schedules aside from the schedule in the matriculation form. So sometimes you also get the matriculation form, copy of the schedule of the student from the registrar. We ask permission, and also of the grades of the students. And then you can also have there the interview that you have with the students, interview with others, disciplinary decision, test results. Okay. And then so these are the example of the test result that you can have, that you can